Alright, the latest update about eFootball 26. Talking about the update based on the patch notes, and then the other section of the video will be my opinion after I played for a week. Let's get into it. The latest eFootball Connect, if you guys don't know, it's with a major update that shows up. Now obviously I'm gonna talk over it. You guys on YouTube can watch a video, link will be in the description. Those of you guys live, I can link you up to it. Basically, while this is playing in the background, I think the start of it is just about the campaign, the new packs, and something called Master League that is it's like Master League from Timo. But anyway, long story short, there are, at the end of this segment, I will get into details about what's important, which is the gameplay, what has changed. And we're gonna check the note patches, because that's what's important in my opinion. But for those of you who are in a rush and just want the bullet points, long story short, better sharp touch now. Basically, sharp touch should be the way it is now right now, because we have cards with 100 dribbling, ball control, tight position, and you can do simple movements often with them. Anyway, so better sharp touch, kind of sort of like turning on full speed, like when you're running that way, turning full speed. The animation is way smoother. Or aka skating. I mean, let's be honest, regardless how fancy they make this sound to be, this game is not a simulation. It's the ultimate arcade. Anyway, better sharp touch, full speed turns and full side turns. Marseille turn. At first, when I saw the new animation for Marseille turn, it's like you do a Marseille turn at first touch to evade a player near you. And that's something kind of reminds me of Zidane's trademark skill. And I thought, well, maybe they all planning to give us Zidane. But it's very different. It's going to be effective. I think after the latest update, Marseille turn is one of the top 5 skills, apart from, flip-flap, double touch, and soul control. So Marseille turn is always there. So to get the better sharp touch, the skill with Marseille turn, can't praise blindly anymore. We'll get to that. New tackle animation, especially when you do matchup. Better foul calls. I will believe that when a guy on Smart Assist goes GT on me and gets the red, then I'll believe it. Or I hardly touch the guy on Smart Assist, I'm getting red. When I don't see that, then I'll believe it. But anyway. Improve long range shots and chip shots. I don't know what that means. Midgetated birdcage issue? Don't know what that means. And new server in Malaysia. And as you can see, yeah, we're getting free Shevchenko. You guys are getting absolute pay-to-win cards for free. Maybe stop crying pay-to-win. I'm just saying. I beat a lot of players with the full Epic team because skill matters. And there are players who are way better than me with a free team, whoops me. Just saying. I mean, most of these cards we paid for. I'm happy for you, don't get me wrong. It doesn't take anything away from me. Those cards that we paid for, you're getting it for free. But maybe stop blaming everything on pay-to-win. Because often you see people coming at you playing 4-2-4, 2 attack and fullback, red mentality, careless playing, and then when you lose, blame pay-to-win. But that's another subject. I don't really care about mobile. We're not hit for mobile. So this is your Master League. Hold on a minute. That generation of 90s gaming, when you want to enjoy playing offline, is gone and it's not going to come back. It's a generation of microtransaction. Whether I'm a fan of offline mode or not, that's irrelevant. If you guys expect an enhanced, revamped Master League on eFootball, you got a better chance of hitting a lottery, to be honest. But anyway, Master League is basically not a permanent mode. As you can see what they have here. So Master League is basically, let me see. Master League will not be permanent. It will appear as an event. Pretty much. It's good for people who can't play online with, bad connection, etc. Free Epic Box campaigns with the 1 million. I feel like with every major update, only the noobs or the free-to-play guys get the best things. We who spend, we get fuck all. We just got recycled cards. But I'm happy for you. The other thing is, what did I just do? Yeah, they have this new thing called Synergy. I mean, I would like to call it like, I can't even call it team spirit, to be honest. You know, this one right here? Because it's pretty much based on how strong your team is. And this mode is basically you let your AI play against AI, or your AI playing. That's what it says. You don't even need to play it yourself in a sense. I mean, we'll find out tomorrow, I suppose. Kind of reminds me of coach mode before they ruined it. And the stronger your team is, the higher your synergy is, the most likely you win. But scripting don't exist, you know. I mean, some of you guys actually point out, look, the developer said scripting don't exist. You really want them to tell you that the game is rigged so that people who wins easy doesn't get bored and the people who gets whooped doesn't quit? Because there are more people who are noobs than experienced, so they got to keep everybody happy. You as an experienced player will have an absolute noob give you a hard time so you don't get bored. While on the other hand, the noob is dominating you so he doesn't quit. It's that simple. It's not a conspiracy. But the other thing I want to point out, I think just to highlight it, let me see. I mean, this guy made a nice note saying the days of scoring one goal 20 minutes and then playing defensively is gone. Makes sense because they added something like that. Apparently, random lofted passes will not be that effective. I don't think so, but we'll see. Fake shots feign will become easier. Yep. I mean, this game is already so much attack-based anyway. There are people who rank 100,000. That means they're not even winning 10% and never been in Division 1. They can be in your box with 2 passes. Because the issue is, if they can't reach your box with 2 passes, they will say the game is difficult. And Konami listens to these noobs. Why do you think they added Smart Assist? Just saying. You with me? Right. So that's all about Master League. You guys can watch this. I want to get to the important. And of course, they have a collaboration. Now, this is what matters here. Improvement of dribbling, defensive update, shooting adjustment. Now, again, I want to point out certain things. I have to say, I like the interviewer. I don't know if he plays truly or he's dedicated to his job, started playing, but he knows what he's talking about in a way. I mean, he sounds like he does play. Because often you get people doing interviews, they have no clue about the game, you know? So I like sometimes, ask them certain questions as well with a sharp touch and all that. And he's asking genuinely good questions. Now, here's an important thing right here, right? Before and after. Right? Before. See that right there? That turn. That really triggers me because this is what I'm talking about, guys. We have cards with 100 dribbling, ball control, tight position, acceleration, and speed. And if you play football in real life, I should be able to drop a shoulder, accelerate with Messi. But even that's impossible. Against an expired free defender who has no stats to stand against Messi. And why do you think the meta is so boring right now? Why do you think people who has Neymar, Messi, these players with ridiculous 100 plus, not overall rating, but with ridiculous technique, 100 plus technique, 100 plus speed, acceleration, ball control, and yet they do motion cancel, or you guys call it test cancel. It's motion cancel, existed in PES as well. Reason is only football is more known because AI sucks on eFootball. You do the test cancel, my PS5 will enter what? Okay. So I'm also surprised they didn't put this behind a paywall. Because usually they either nerf an existing element and then sell it to us with a Showtime skill, or they just fix it, but sell it to us to a Showtime skill. So I'm surprised they didn't sell us this with a Showtime skill and rename it something like, I don't know, Needle Touch or something. So you can see it looks smoother. Now, this, I would believe in this if I don't see Haaland pulling this off, right? Obviously, you need high technique to do that. Or taking turns on full speed. I mean, currently, I promise you, everything I'm talking about is live. You guys seen it. I played the game to the past streams. Somebody was Ankara Messi in with Van Dijk. So tomorrow we will play, next week we will play. Now we're just talking about the note patches and what they say. And they say a lot of things. But usually within a week, we're back to square one. So it's a good interview. I think if you care about the gameplay, you should watch it from minute 10 and above. Marseille turned this one. At first, I thought, finally, a more realistic football skill in a sense. And obviously, it reminded me of Zidane's trademark Marseille turn, if you know what I mean. You can still do that animation, but it's not that smooth. The animation is not like this. You will get caught easily. You'll get caught if a player's, reading you, or if a player's on smart assist, of course. So my point is, if I time this correctly, wrong-footed the player, completely sending him for a hot dog, would I be able to do that against the guy on smart assist? You know what I mean? So these are the two things, the sharp touch and that. And then this one, yeah, this is still about sharp touch. I think now is the interviewer playing himself. The next one was sharp touch practice. This one is just for mobile. I think now they have advanced. I mean, I didn't know skills were like automatic on mobile completely. Yeah, this is for mobile. Now, the next part they talk about. Remind me of Zizou and Torres too. Yeah, especially Zizou. The next part they basically talk about matchup and X. Now I promise you, the most thing that I've been complaining about recently is users on Smart Assist. They basically just hold X, and obviously the game does precise matchup for them, like precise positioning and interception, and the speed of the aggression is ridiculous. So listen, all this sounds very good, but somebody on Smart Assist will have all that done by him. And the one thing really triggers me when people compare Smart Assist to Pass Assist. I'm not even gonna talk to you if you do that. don't even bother. I'm not getting into that. Comparing Pass Assist with Smart Assist, you must be a Fuma guy. So as you can see here, basically it's telling us that you cannot just hold X anymore. And I like the new animation they did. It's almost like they made defenders heavier, which is more realistic in a sense. Because if you played football in real life yourself, if you sprint at somebody, one move, you're gone. And this one right here, but we're going to say it's before. Where is it? Yeah, this one. It says before. Right, I want you to look how the defender gets the ball off you. It's so annoying, man. Look. This bit here. Right, watch. That bit right there. And I understand a user is skilled. He's reading you. He's reading your body language. He's timing it. He's using matchup. I understand that. I don't mind a user outthinking me. That's cool. But somebody on Smart Assist, it literally looks like he's playing the game with his feet, like he's stomping on a controller. And it gets these interceptions so accurately. At the moment, before tomorrow's update. So my question is, would the guy on Smart Assist will still be able to do that? Because it does matter, man. It does matter. My issue is that I shouldn't try hard and play sweaty meta against noobs on Smart Assist. It's annoying. So that was before. Which if you played the game you'll understand exactly what this is. And now what they did, it looks like the defender's movement is slower. Like watch that turn right here. Boom. Look how heavy the defender was. So did they nerf defense response to that, or did they, because that's what they do, or did they buffed dribbling? I think, in my opinion, the game is gonna be the ultimate Marseille turn, fiesta, sharp touch, skating. It kind of reminds me of PES 12, you know, ultimate skating. And I like this one right here as well, to be honest. Based on what I'm seeing, right? Like before, after. You see that? Boom, gone. With a high technique dribbler like Messi, Neymar, and so many other even free cards, like the recent Elmo card, whatever his name is. If I'm sprinting at you and you take that sharp touch with a high skill player, you're gone. You shouldn't catch me. But often people just hold X and it will get you. That's why you play somebody on top 100 and you're surprised he's top 100. Because he's not creative. There's not much vision. There's no dribbling. There's no sharp touch. There's no finesse dribbling. It's just a simplified ultimate static meta one-touch first-time shot, increasing incredibly high percentage of super canceling. That's how people need to play, often to beat the average team on Smart Assist. I think this part with the improved stand-and tackle when you use matchup. So far I think we know certain animations for sharp touch. Matchup is going to be king again, I suppose. And of course, referees calling fouls. I don't know if it's just me, but I promise you, most often, certain fouls are not red. It's pretty obvious, it's not red. Barely a card, I get red. And the opposition does something, literally tackling me behind. The ball is nowhere near him. He doesn't get a red. And then I check the match, or during the match, I see power gap change, I see 0% of 1-2, 0% of matchup, 0% of cursor switch. And that's the hard part about Smart Assist. It's not an option like, I use pass assist, I play long ball counter, I could play this formation. I think most people do have no idea how Smart Assist works. But I've noticed when my opponent has Smart Assist, even affects the referee decisions. I don't lose against Smart Assist guys that often. I really don't. But it's always that 1 out of 5 game that is unbelievable. Now, I think the next thing I want to talk about is the note patches. They didn't update Marseille turn. They said that sharp touch when turning will look like this if a player has Marseille turn. Yeah, you're right. Some fouls need to be given as an advantage. That's another thing. But for me, Blue Moon, the way I do things like old school, bro, pen and paper. I note a factor, and then the same factor, I look into it. Different match, different opponent, different day. Would that factor still consistent? Yes. So that's one of those things, like for me, it's not a conspiracy. If I play against somebody, either a shitty team or lower rank, extremely lower rank, I barely get advantages, and the matches finishes bang on time when I need that minute. Happens so often, frequently. Maybe they will reverse Smart Assist to the first version for now. Let's hope so, man. And my prediction, they're gonna do one last extreme Smart Assist buff tomorrow, until the maybe filter comes in. That's my prediction. Because regardless of all these, the sharp touch, the Marseille turn, the matchup, if I see somebody on Smart Assist, see with Smart Assist it doesn't matter, because even if a guy is just holding X, the game will do matchup for him. So Smart Assist is like a different thing. But what I want to know is the people who barely uses matchup. How often do we check opponent's stats, 0% matchup, and he swears he doesn't use Smart Assist, and he's Division 1? So when I see these type of players will get cooked, then I will believe it. The amount of people that don't use matchup at all in Div 1, and apparently they're not smartesses, it's surprising. So, adjustment that counter time wasting. I want to check this one first. Right? Adjustment that counter time wasting. Previously, it was too easy to waste time by repeatedly making lofted passes in the same area. Yeah, I call them Capello punters. You know, 4 defenders, no fullbacks, triple DMF, AMF 2 striker. There's actually a guy at top 50 play exactly like that. Anyway, and they just sit back and punt the ball to Capello. And if they're on the lead, they simply just restart your attack. Just reboot. Hey man, people play how they enjoy, but sometimes I'm thinking, is this really enjoyable to win for absolutely no reward? Who the fuck am I to judge? We've made adjustments so that it's more difficult to engage in time wasting by continuously moving the ball around certain places. They will give defending side more chance to win the ball, allowing users to enjoy matches that proceed with great intensity as both team. Mark my word. End of the season, butthole pressing aggression, goal galore fiesta patch is coming. Remember I said this. Goal galore patch is coming. Timmy will just make one pass, he's with your goalkeeper. Use lofted passes not means the time wasting, but combination with other passes, dribbles will break down opponent. Really? That's basically saying if I shoot, I can kick the ball. New Fate command has a mobile balance adjustment between shots and saves. Long range shots, etc. Yeah. I will put all these in the description, guys, for you guys on YouTube. And if you guys want it in the chat, I can link you up. Mini fantastic gameplay update. Synergy. Yeah, this is for Master League. Master League. So, that's pretty much it, guys. It's a massive update. I'm actually glad they don't call it major update anymore. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it more. I just want to play it first. It's like every year. It is. I mean, I often don't even make videos about these type of stuff. Because I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to load up the game. A guy is just holding X and blocking on every angle. They're also going to buff GK reactions. For what though? I don't know if it's just me, but in a free team, when I face Raya, Arsenal goalkeeper, his highlight card. And by the way, let me show you my goalkeepers. I have the best goalkeepers in the game. Right? I promise you, when I face Raya or any goalkeeper in a free team, bro, they save blitz easy. They save power shots easy. They save freaking knuckle, long range drive, outside curler, dipping shot, rising shot. I mean, you guys seen it live, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I shouldn't be trying to score a easy, cheap, one-touch pass tapping. Because I'm thinking the game is pay to win. His goalkeeper is just an average free goalkeeper. I should maybe enjoy myself, score some long rangers. You know what I mean? But no. The saves I see these goalkeepers made, none of these guys do. And in my opinion, currently, these are the top 5 goalkeepers in the game, right? Enhanced goalkeeper responses during 1v1. We have reviewed goalkeepers. Oh, fuck. That means no longer doing scissors. Goalkeeper's positioning during 1v1 against an attacker who has broken past the defender by moving goalkeeper one more step forward than before. We have made adjustment that will make it easier to stop shots. The problem is, dude, they're doing things that we as an experienced player will do it manually. Now it's just automatic. So that little Timmy, who finds shooting a complex command. Hence, they added Smart Assist. Like, are you guys telling me you played this game for a couple of years, at least a couple of years? You never, like, manual goalkeeping is not just about selecting him and dive. You can tackle with him. You can close down with him. You can actually auto-adjust. You can bring him forward and adjust, make the goal smaller. Surely you guys do that too. But if now the goalkeeper does that himself, oh. So the part about long-range shooting is improved as well. But that's easier though. You see what I mean? Which one is more easy? Think about it. You dribbling past defenders one-on-one with the goalkeeper, or just blindly whooping a long ranger? Because if I was a little Timmy who never played PES and just picked up eFootball last week, what do I want to do? I just want to run, reach your box with one pass, and just close my eyes and shoot and score. So my point is, the game is for eFootball kids, whether you like it or not. Yep, just blindly whoop a long ranger. I mean, even the game tip tells you. You know, one of the advices that appears in the game is simply says, if the game is too tight, and I'm going to translate it with my own language. Basically, it says, if the game is too difficult and you're struggling to score, just hit a shot. We'll make something happen. It may just hit a goalkeeper, goes to the net. It may hit a long range tackle, pay to a Nesta's feet, becomes an own goal. Or you get a corner kick perfectly. Or high percentage of a rebound. This is the type of advice appears, you know, when you search for a match. My favorite one is stay calm, good things happen. I'm sitting here against an expired average free team, a Division 2 struggler who's never seen Division 1, playing this game for years, I can tell from his cards, coming at me with 4-2-4, 2 attack and fullback, red mentality, no DMF, giving me hell. I hit the post in about 4 times, and I lose 1-0. Bitch, which part of this, me staying calm, helps? I mean, I get it. That's like saying Mbappe's fast, but I have played every PES competitively from PES 10 online. No version of this game triggers me and truly angers me as much as eFootball, especially eFootball 26. Because I constantly see things that goes beyond the logic of the game elements, player stats, tactics, formation. And the only people usually don't complain about any of those, or you probably watch a lot of other guys barely complain, because these people are good at the meta. They use the problem to their advantage, is the truth. Yeah, I might not be good at the meta, but what is the meta? Most effective tactic available. And it's not like, hey, use Capello. I mean, that's my prediction. Extreme one last Smart Assist buff, goal galore. Does that mean the only week I'm about to get a long ball counter manager, you can't defend deep anymore? eFootball is a trust me bro game, simple as that. It is. It's the ultimate arcade game and is labeled simulation. How is that even legal? I mean, almost every food you buy, they have different things. You know, for them, it's not illegal, but let's not go there. Like, I didn't know certain coloring in a food is actually crushed bugs because they don't put, hey, crushed bugs. No, they have a fancy name for it. And that's technically lying, right? But it's business. Anyway, let's go play, man. I'm a gamer, not a money milker. What are you going to play tonight? Duality, symmetric, fluid, cross deluxe, catenaccio. I want to go with a boring legacy meta for a change. That's what I want to do. I barely play this. Stop laughing, man. Even organic food is not organic. I mean, I'm not a farmer or anything, but when they use the same soil for thousands of times, what's organic? I know this because, I was told grass-fed cow is better, if you're going to eat a steak. I'm like, wait a minute, they give cow anything else apart from grass? So anyway, it's Europe. And I was like, oh, grass-fed cow. So I get the good stuff from the beef I eat. And I look at grass-fed cow footage. They're basically in a cage, a bucket of grass go to them. Now, I'm picturing happy in a field, buttholing around, eating grass. No, they're in a cage, a bucket of grass comes to them. So, yeah. Konami advertised the Nesta pack as an art of catenaccio. Really? I didn't notice that. No way. Where did they advertise that? Now I understand it's a little bit late for this video. I was gonna upload it originally a week ago, but I also wanted to play it 2 weeks after the update release. Because I'm not in a rush. I don't want to be the first putting it out there. I want to get accurate, precise, and fair review. And long story short, I can tell you, after we watched together about what the development said in the interview, almost everything they said is the complete opposite. And I can genuinely say, especially if you are a PES veteran, this has to be the worst update they have ever done. And I understand and remember in the first couple of days after the update, people were happy dribbling is better. It's not better. And I think I am too pissed off to even explain it why. Basically, if you're an eFootball kid who never played PES, eFootball is for you. The rest of us, I know so many PES veterans already quit, already uninstalled it for good, because this is not going to a direction where it's gonna be playable or enjoyable for people. And a new update is coming tomorrow, 30th of May, 30th of April, Thursday, with a new phase to implement another update as well. So basically, at this point, I think it's not even about adapting to how the game is. It's like, do you have the mental capacity to deal with it, really? I mean, think about it. Even if you have the best cards in the game, you could have Messi with 104 dribbling. You still have to use motion cancel, aka test cancel dribbling. Just imagine that. Just so you can beat all the variables the game has. Like, in my opinion, nothing matters when smart assists still exist in ranked match. And no matter how they patch the game, there's so many things could be manipulated within the game's setting. If you face somebody who's using smart assist, it's a completely different game. And I tried smart assist myself with this patch so I can understand it better. I didn't lose a single game in about 8 games. Drew 2 silly games, but yeah, 5 tap outs in a row, live. They said in this patch you cannot just hold X. People are doing the complete opposite. But I also understand. I think a dear friend of mine, Shadi, mentioned with assisted cursor switch, you just hold X. And he's absolutely right. I mean, I know a guy on rank 7 at the moment who plays basically a super defensive setup, 5 at the back, 2 defensive fullback, basically defending with 7 players with low ball counter. And that guy uses assisted cursor. And if you check his stats, barely switches, barely match up, uses assisted cursor switch, and just holds X. So certain things I have to dig deep into it because I couldn't understand. You play against quick counter and position tactic, the defense is deep. It makes no sense. You play against long ball counter that has better frontline pressure. Like, nothing, it just goes by the logic what the tactic stands for, player stats stand for. And I can't even call the game random because it's engineered exactly the way it is. And no matter how the base coding of the game is, there are so many settings that can manipulate however the game is. But I don't want to drag this video too long. I don't want to waste my time and your time, really. I think it's a matter of, can your mental sanity deal with the way the game is? That's what it is. We'll see what the update is going to be tomorrow. The ridiculous thing about this current patch, you get incredibly consistent lag spikes. Different day, different match, different opponent, reset router, doesn't matter. It's not just me. Almost everybody I speak to says the same thing. And it's weird. There's a key moment you're about to make a through ball, lag spike. There's a key moment when you're about to clear the ball, lag spike. Why? Why is only on these specific situations? Like, if you guys noticed, you consistently get a lag spike in the final third. What the hell?